Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. We have a question for you. I really regret and I repent for all the mistakes I made and the people I hurt, willingly or unwillingly. However, whatever I do, praying and asking people forgiveness in my heart is never enough to clear away the guilt feeling that is accompanying me. What shall I do?
This is not an easy matter, because as a matter of fact, we hurt people and we get hurt. And sometimes we hurt people in such an extent that there cannot be any balance for it. But let's say you do something and there would be a balance. The balance can be in service to that person. The balance can be in money. There has been a program, I think in Detroit, America, from prisoners, that they were thieves, that they were broken in houses, and they were, the program was in this way that they were allowed to contact their victims and ask them if they would be allowing them, for example, to paint their flat, their apartment, or to help them renovating anything, or just to be helpful, go shopping, and so on and so on. Some of them said no, because probably they were also suspicious what is going to happen and if this is another fraud and whatever. But some said yes. And it was a win-win for both. Yeah. Now, this is a very specific thing for prisoners, all right? And most of us are not prisoners. But it shows the principle. If you can balance through praying, that you really pray for that person and that you feel by praying for that person, you give substantially something, guilt will remove. But if you feel that you just want to ask, that you just do something because you say, if I do this, this must happen, it's not going to happen. It must be really from your inner side that you want to give something, not only to ask forgiveness, but you want to give something. And sometimes you have to give a lot, you have to give everything. Sometimes it is not enough to just simply make a prayer, Sometimes you have to do more than that. And then there is things they cannot be forgiven. That's another thing you have to understand. And there is no other way than to make your life shining. That will be your service. You make yourself happy. You make yourself shining. Because if you stay in misery, who benefits? The one you hurt? No. So make your life shining. Help others. Be someone who really becomes a friendly person and tries to contribute. In Sufism, we have a principle, and this is the other first. The other first. So if you stay in a queue and someone is in a hurry and wants to somehow go in front of you, allow him. If you want to go through a door at the same time, allow the other one to go first. Whenever there is such a situation where you can give the other one first, do it. And that will bring a kind of satisfaction in your heart, because you imitate a divine principle. Yeah. The divine gave first everything. He was not asking anything for himself. He still is not asking. He's just giving, 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 giving. So when you learn to do that, you come closer to your own divine nature, and that will give you peace and rest. And you can make somehow peace with your past. So first you try to balance, to compensate. If that is not possible, then just leave it in the hands of God, because you don't know at the end for what you really will be judged. And you probably will be surprised that for what you expected to be judged, you will not be judged. And for what you did not expect it to be judged, you will be judged. So do not take your story in any way too important. That is the first thing you do. You don't never allow your story to rule you. Leave the story. Make it not the first one. And you can breathe again and you can do the next step in your life. Thank you very much.